What's up guys, Memory here with another tutorial, and I hope you enjoy my weekly upload so far, so let's get right into it. I'm going to show you one cool, simple transition I use in some edits, and also my render settings. So let's get started. So I have here my clip, same clip as last tutorial, so I want to cut anywhere, let's say here, right at the kill. And you can cut your clip using Control, Shift, and D. And also I want to cut to the, let's get here to the kill cam, right? Control, Shift, D, and also align that. You don't always have to perfectly align this using your mouse and your spidey senses. You can just hold shift, so when you drag it over this red thingy, it will just snap to it. So you don't have to perfectly align this, just hold shift, it will snap to this. Gonna extend that a little bit because we need some of this, and that transition is really cool. So we just type in transform, so we have your distort transform built in After Effects, and we can, the position, we're just changing the position to barely out of the picture. I think it's 1920, that should be perfect. And we're going to keyframe this, and what I always do, you can play around this, is go over, let's say 3 frames or 4 or 5. I always use 5, I think it's the best. Just toy around with it. And then we can adjust this to 640. So what this does is, we can show I can show you the keyframes, and what this is, the picture sort of slides in. It slides in. It's really cool, but that looks kind of weird, so I can show you how weird it looks. Boom. Looks kind of weird, doesn't it? So what I do is I use motion blur on this thing. I don't use RSMB, real smart motion blur, because I'm too lazy to download it. I just use the motion blur built in After Effects. So we type in motion, and also we only want the motion blur on this transition, not on this whole clip, because then it would take forever to render. So just go 1 frame after the keyframe and cut the clip again. So the motion blur only affects this little piece and not this whole clip. Just drag that on. Motion blur, you can just really play around with this. I always use 60. I think it looks really smooth and it doesn't take that long to render. And on the shutter angle, I always use 150. Of course, play around with it, find out what's best for you. Alright, so this makes it a little bit more smooth. We are going to watch that. Don't worry guys, I will show you the final product, the final clip with this motion blur and this transition at the end of the video. And then I will show you my render settings. So it looks like this. I think it looks pretty smooth. I will show it to you later, but now to my render settings. What's important is the work area. That is your work area. You can drag that and drag that. With B and N, you can set the beginning and the end of your work area. B sets the beginning and N sets the end. So I want the beginning to be at let's say the beginning right at the shot B here, and the end, let's say sort of at the end of the kill cam, let's say here, N. Now you go to composition and trim comp to work areas, so you only have your selected work area in this. Now we go to composition, add to render queue. You can do this with Control M or Command M on Shift. Just do that, and yeah, render settings, I always use the best settings because, well, they're the best. Also check out your comp's frame rate. You always want that to be 59.94, and yeah, if it's 30 FPS, then it will be won't be cool to edit. Size 1280 to 720, it's okay. It's all already used the built-in effects. So then we go to lossless, and the format, we don't want AVI, I don't know. We want H.264. That is the MP4 data. So you get MP4 videos, and I think every computer or every device can process MP4 videos. Include source XMP metadata because, well, why not? And you always want to have audio output. Just check that. The 48,000 kilohertz is fine. Stereo, you don't want mono. And you can also, if your clip isn't some weird ass size, you can just resize it to 720p or something. But my composition is in 720p, so I don't have to do that. Just press OK. With that, you can just rename the file. Let's say tutorial swagmaster. Save. And then you can press render. Also, while rendering, you can caps lock, so it freezes the screen and it doesn't take that long to render, a little bit faster. That's cool. You just saw it there, and it's rendered. So I will show you the final product now, and yeah, have fun with it. So guys, that was the final product of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and please leave me suggestions for new effects or for effects you want me to show you in the comment section, so I don't have to think of all the effects I'm going to show you. That was it, guys. See you next week. Peace out.